Daniels takes the snap. He's going to run up the middle, tries to juke around a defender, across the 5-yard line, and crosses the goal line and gets in! Touchdown, Kansas! McCullough straightaway 3, you bet! Kevin McCullough from downtown!
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3! And that's going to do it here at Arocha Ballpark as Kansas takes the series from the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Here's a long cross that goes inside the box, headed on, it's into the back of the net! The first goal of the match goes to Kansas.
2-2 pitch from Lynch. That's going to be a fly ball towards left field, going back at the wall, and it's gone! It's a solo shot for Michael Brooks.
2nd down and 6 at the 11-yard line. He'll send Jared Casey in motion. Daniels in the gun. Now he sends Luke Grimm in motion. And to hand off to Highshaw up the middle. And he crosses the goal line and gets his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
Set point for Kansas. Cannon serve goes over the net. Dug in by Elnady. Here's Turner. Lightly tapped over the net by Davis. Florida keeps it in play. This one's over the net. Now Burns saves it. Here's Turner. Back on over to Elnady. That's blocked by Florida and out of play. And Kansas picks up the victory. It's set 2. They win it 25-21. 4th and 12 for Kansas State. 2 receivers out on both sides. Johnson jumps back to pass, and it's incomplete. The pass is in and out of the hands of the receiver. Texas will inbound it, shot by Jones. No good. Rebounded by Brown, and that'll do it from Allen Fieldhouse. Kansas wins it 70-63 over the Texas Longhorns as they clinch a share of the Big 12 title. And that will do it from the T-Mobile Center. Your Kansas Jayhawks are the Big 12 men's basketball tournament champions. Kansas wins it 74-65 over the Texas Tech Red Raiders. What a game.
And we welcome you inside Allen Fieldhouse on the beautiful campus of the University of Kansas. It's a top 10 matchup for Jayhawks as they get set to take on the number 10th ranked team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Drilled into left field, going back at the warning track at the wall. You can kiss that one goodbye. Tommy Barth with a solo shot here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. And that cuts the lead for the Cougars to 4. It's now 6-2.
Hello and a very good morning, and thank you all for joining us right here on 90.7 FM KJHK Lawrence. We're here for the KU football pregame show hosted by KJHK Sports. And today, Kansas takes on West Virginia as they travel to Morgantown to take on the Mountaineers in their first Big 12 game of the season. Both teams with their backs against the walls, both with a 1-2 record after tough starts to the season. And we have Federico Moreno and Colton Kennan on the call this morning. They're all the way up there in Morgantown. They made the long trip on over from Lawrence, Kansas to Morgantown starting on Thursday, and they got there late last night, I believe. And they're getting ready to call today's game live from Milan Puskar Stadium in Morgantown, West Virginia. But we're in the studio here in Lawrence, Kansas for the pregame show. I'm Austin.Eckert. Joined alongside me is Dylan and Burke. And boy, we've got a lot to talk about today. First, we're going to get into some of the things that has gone well, some of the things that have gone bad in the first 3 games for Kansas. And then we will take a look at West Virginia and things that all 3 of us in here expect to see in today's game. So, Dylan, I'm going to start with you. First off, Dylan Burke, thanks for joining me today. Dylan, I'll start with you. Just give me your thoughts on the first 3 games for KU football and highlight some of the things that you think that they've done well or things that they've done bad, and then we'll switch it over to Burke afterwards.
Furphy at the top of the key now. Looking around, drives it inside, left-handed layup, off the backboard and in. Johnny Furphy with a nice left-handed layup with a nice touch. Daniels in the shotgun, he's back to pass. 3-step drop, fires left side. That ball's going to be caught by Highshaw. 40, 45, 50.
And onto the ball.
45, breaks a tackle, and he breaks another tackle. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Kansas! Daniel Highshaw!
3 receivers out to the left for Glantz. He'll clap his hands and he'll take the snap. He'll look to his right, and the pass is intercepted.
down the far sideline, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mello Dotson. He had back-to-back interception returns last season against Oklahoma and Iowa State on the road, and he gets one here in the season opener. Ashworth back inside to Kalkbrenner. It's taken away by Clements. It's DeJuan. A.J. Storr throwing it down.
After 246 days, men's basketball has returned to Allen Fieldhouse as tip-off gets underway.
DeJuan Harris is at the top of the key. He'll hand it off to McCullough, who drives it up to the right. McCullough passes it inside to Hunter Dickinson, and he slams it home. First down and goal at the 6. Two receivers out to the right. Kevin Terry will motion from right to left. Daniels hands the ball off. No, he keeps it. Fires. That ball's going to be caught. Right sideline. Touchdown, Kansas. And that's Trevor Cardell on the reception. And Kansas takes an early 6-0 lead over the Duke Blue Devils. First down at 10 at the 31-yard line of Kansas. Morton rolls out to his right. He fires one down the near sideline, and the pass is intercepted. Intercepted at the 2-yard line, and that's O.J. Burrows. Zeke inside to Hunter, and KJ with the flush. KJ Adams getting the crowd on their feet right away. Timeout called by Grant McCaslin at Texas Tech. And Mayo collects the interception. Here's KJ. DeJuan, the lob, the jam. KJ Adams. One left on the shot clock. Here's Furphy for three. You bet! Johnny Furphy from downtown. Lipsy once again, who will swing it out to Grady Dick. Left side three-pointer, and it is good. Wow. Another big-time three-pointer by Grady Dick.
Santos Silva's second free throw is up and no good. Bounces off the rim, rebound Kansas. Still a 2-point game here at T-Mobile Center. 40-38 Kansas, 17 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this second half. DeJuan Harris looking around, guarded by Santos Silva, drives it in, kicks it out to Abaji. Abaji for a three, got it! Ochai Abaji with the big-time three-point shot, and he makes this a 5-point game for Kansas.
Another massive third down coming up. Two receivers out on both sides. Luke Grimm will motion from left to right. Neal lines up to Daniels' right. And he's going to hand it off to Neal. Up the middle to the 15, to the 10-yard line, to the 5. Extends to the goal line, and he's in! Touchdown, Kansas! Slaughter's going to roll out to his right as he tries to look for an open receiver. It's caught at the 5. Hurdles over the goal line, and he's in! Touchdown, St. Thomas Aquinas! It's the first score of the evening, and it comes here with 12 seconds left to go here in the second quarter.
First down and 10. 2:37 left to go as Nornberg keeps it himself up the middle as he finds an opening. He cuts to the far sideline, and he is in for his third touchdown of the day. Bryce Nornberg keeps it himself again and runs it in for a touchdown. 4:18 left to go here in the second quarter. Second down and 3 coming up at the 19-yard line for Lawrence High as they look to get their first points of the day. After the fumble recovery, they're now at around the 19-yard line. They're inside the red zone. Bonin shotgun. He'll hand the ball off to the right side. He jukes the defender. He's up the middle, and he finds himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Tony Jacobson runs it in for the first touchdown of the night, and Lawrence High takes the lead. It's 4th down and goal. This is the ball game. 4th down and goal at the 6-yard line. This is it. If the Firebirds don't score, the ball game is over. Edison is all by himself in shotgun. 2 receivers out on both sides. He'll send a receiver in motion. Edison drops back to pass. He's flushed. He fires, and it's going to be completed, but he's going to fall short. He is going to be short. He doesn't get it, and the Lawrence Lions win it in overtime. Lawrence High fights their way back in the final seconds of the ball game and scores in overtime and gets a stop on defense. And they win it 31-24 in overtime. First down and 10 coming up at the 38-yard line this time of the Lions. Edison drops back to pass. He's flushed. He looks over the middle. It's going to be caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Firebirds! Shotgun. He drops back to pass. He looks downfield. He's flushed in the pocket. He rolls out to his right. He switches the field. He looks downfield. He fires. He's all by himself at the 20, at the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lawrence!
Pistol formation, and he'll hand it off up the middle to Stachowiak. He bounces around a tackler, still on his feet, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Valley.
A little tricky towards the end, and we'll see if they do more of that here in this next drive. Wesley Edison, a quick little pass in the middle. It's going to be taken away and intercepted. Intercepted at around midfield. He's down the near sideline, and he's going to get tackled at around the 26.
Aiello takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Stachowiak to the right side as he tries to stay on his feet. Crosses the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Blue Valley. 1, 2, 3 for Charlie Stachowiak.
13-14. St. Thomas Aquinas leads it, however. Rockhurst will have a chance to tie it up here with the extra point. Low snap, and it's going to be a fake. It all comes down to this. Luce fires it into the end zone, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted. A low snap, and Luce had to make something out of nothing. Wow. What an unbelievable ending to this game. You've got to be kidding me. It's going to be first down and 10, and Edison will keep it himself up to the left side. He breaks a tackle, trucks over a defender. The ball comes out. We'll see who falls on top of the ball. And it's going to be Olathe North football. The fourth turnover of the night for Free State. Claps his hands, hands the ball off to Lincoln. He finds an opening up the middle, out to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 40-yard line of Lawrence, and he's going to get tackled at around the 32-yard line. But this will be their second fourth down conversion attempt. They are 1 for 1 tonight. Can they make it 2 for 2? Two receivers out to the left. He'll set a receiver in motion. Sarver drops back to pass. He looks down the middle, and that's going to be caught at the 15, at the 10, at the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Olathe North. Third down and 5 at the 22-yard line. Trips out to the left. Quick wide receiver screen out to the left. He jukes a defender. He's at the 20. He's down the middle of the field. He jukes another defender, and he's into the end zone for the first score of the night. Touchdown, Olathe North. Luce is back in the game. He'll line up under center. He'll pitch it back to Fisher, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield, and it's a goal line stand for Liberty North. So they try to go to Pierce Fisher on the pitch play, and the Eagles defense brought pressure, and it worked to perfection. They get a goal line stand, and Rockers will have to turn it over on downs. Fighting for bragging rights. It's third down and goal. We're here in the first overtime period. Lawrence High started off with the ball. Third down and goal at the 6. Bowen rolls out to his right. He drops back to pass. He's looking for an open receiver. He fires in the back of the end zone, and that is caught in the back of the end zone. It's a Lion touchdown. And that was Mason Moiseman on the reception.